Hey, welcome back, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Badlands. Tonight's episode is called Quite the Pickle because our players have managed to get themselves into quite the pickle.
I don't recall that, but okay.
There was a murder and police and running from police and shots fired and
Self-inflicted wounds.
It's just average
It's fine.
Tuesday
It's
night
fine.
for this party. So before we jump into everything, a couple of quick things to go over. If you are watching and you want to affect the story yourself, there are ways to do that. Over in the right-hand corner of the screen, you'll see a list of different things that you can do. Oh, hey! Thanks, Rowan, for the resub. Speaking of that, subscriptions count towards that. So, Rowan, how would you like to divvy out that 5?
Let's see. Let's do a few rerolls.
All right.
Yeah, 2 rerolls and then plus 5 to Vinny, I guess.
Okay. So 2 rerolls and 5 temporary hit points to Venny. All right. There you go. So as Rowan just demonstrated, that's kind of what you can do here. So if you donate, which you can do via these couple of links here, you can throw these things into the story. So most of them are pretty self-explanatory, but there's a couple of them that are potentially not. One of them being the $3 one, which is a switch. So with that, if a player or the game master has one, at any time they can make another player swap the action that they were about to take. So let's say Vinny is going, I'm going to shoot that bad guy over there. If I had a switch, I could say switch, and it's Vinny's going to something else, the bad guy over there. So it could be really interesting. The other one is complication, which is that's at the $15 mark. And that one is basically if it is setting appropriate and appropriate in general, you can throw whatever complication you want into the story. So if you want to do a sudden plot twist, change things up, you can do that. So it's pretty cool. The rest of them, though, are pretty self-explanatory, but if you have questions, feel free to pop them into chat. Before we go into the story, we'll do some quick introductions. We'll start with Rowan. Tell us a little bit about Vinny and yourself and where we can find you on the internet.
Hi, I'm Rowan North. I'm a freelance illustrator and art educator. I have a website where you can find all my social media and things like that, and that's rowannorthillustrations.org, which I will put in the chat once I am done introducing things. Vinny is my character. He used to be a rat man, but now he's just a man. Were-rat even. Whenever he uses magic, that's when he'll be a rat. But luckily, magic is scarce in this world. So, he is a renegade to the core. A lone wolf who's not very good at socializing or peopling very well. But he sure is trying.
But his aim is getting better.
Yeah.
All right, and then we'll pass it on to Gwen. Tell us a little bit about Alinea and Joan, and then yourself as well, where we can find you, and all that good jazz.
So Alinea is, Alinea is having a rough time right now. Sharing a mind space with Joan. Joan is having a field day. Obviously.
Yes.
At the expense of Vinny, mainly.
Yes, that's very true. And then where can we find you on the interwebs?
So you can find me here Monday on Peasant Strike Back. You can usually find me here. Most days.
Yeah.
So.
Perfect. And then as far as Vera, they couldn't be here tonight. They had, unfortunately, a horse emergency. So I will probably be picking up the reins for Minerva tonight. But Vera is awesome. If you want to check them out, Vera Says Dragons on Twitter. Just an all-around awesome person. So hopefully they'll be back next show. And then with that, we'll pass it on to Lisa.
Hey, I'm Ping. Ping is a doctor scientist type, about the closest thing we have to a bard, minus the singing, but the personality.
That's totally fair.
But she has no eyes, so figure out that doctoring stuff for yourself. And yeah, if anybody is going to get into trouble, Ping is going to be trying to talk out of the trouble.
Doing a pretty good job of that so far, too.
So far, it's working. It's working so far.
So, and then when we last left off, as I recall, and correct me if I'm misremembering, but Alenia and Joan were running away from the cops, and they were still out in the forest. Vinny had made it back to the Clark estate. Minerva had been patched up by Ping, and there was a knock on the door, which was the sheriff's office. Did I leave anything out?
I forget. But
No,
I think Vinny and Ping were about to leave to do
and
something.
Or like the cops came or something.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
the cops came.
Joan was
but
definitely heading in that direction, though.
Vinny and
Yes.
Ping. What were Vinny and Ping doing?
They were about to leave. Like
I think to
Minerva,
go look for Alenia, maybe?
maybe. Was it that or to follow the trail? I can't remember.
I don't
Yeah,
remember
but
what y'all
Minerva
were
was
planning
staying
on
behind.
doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Minerva is going to stay
Yeah.
behind. I don't remember what y'all were planning on
Except
doing,
now there's
but
police.
yeah, as you were going to the door, there was a knock, knock, knock. The police open up.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you're by the door and you hear a knock, knock, knock. Police open up.
Vinny may just turn around and go to the study where Xander and Minerva currently are, because this isn't his house. He's not going to be the one to answer the door.
All right.
I'm just
Well,
gonna
this-
say that Ping was hanging on to Vinny
Yeah.
at this point and just gets dragged in that direction.
That's what I
Okay.
assume. So he's like, whoop, nope.
All right. So the butler then will go open the door. So he does, and the sheriff's standing there again, and you can't really see him because you're in the study. But everyone, especially Ping, can hear that he's clearly out of breath. So he's panting a little bit. He goes, "All right, any suspicious people come through here? We've been chasing a suspect that ran off in this direction." And the butler goes, define suspicious.
Great.
I love him.
Let's see how observant the sheriff is.
Great.
He doesn't pick up on it.
Good.
So he's like, well, they would have been handcuffed. We're looking for a young lady, handcuffed behind the back, probably dirty. We chased them through the woods, and we think they ran off in this direction. And the butler goes, well, I haven't seen anyone fitting that description. I'm sorry, Sheriff. I can't really help you with that. He goes, all right, well, are any of you missing a car? And do either of you say anything from the study at that? Or just letting the butler handle it?
Vinny looks at Minerva like, it's your car. Claim it.
Minerva's kind of hesitating, was like, I don't want to get involved with this. Fine. So Minerva peeks her head around the corner. It says, I did have an issue with my car earlier and left it on the side of the road and just walked up here. It was, oh. All right, well, did you,
Yeah, honey.
did you have anybody with you? She says, well, yeah, I had some associates with me. Why do you ask? It's like, well, you know, as you know, we had one of the deputies was murdered, and we found a blood trail right next to the car, and that lady that we arrested before for stealing those things in town was there, and so we assumed that she had stolen the vehicle. Minerva goes, oh, no, it's not stolen. I don't know anything about, you know, a blood trail. The car just kind of broke down, and I walked up here. I've tripped and cut my arm. Maybe that's where the blood came from. And he goes, no, we're pretty sure it's from the deputy, but all right, doesn't seem like you're involved with anything here, but you'll want to make sure you get that car off the road. We're still looking for your friend because she ran from us, so there'll be a warrant out for her arrest as soon as I can talk to the judge. So just, you know, if you do see her, be sure to, you know, bring her into town, into the station. The sooner we can get her in and ask these questions, the better. So, you know, the longer she's out there, the worse it's going to look in court. Abner goes, okay, thanks for the information. I'll go get my car as soon as I can. Bye! And she scuttles back into the study. You all hear the door close, and the butler kind of walk off to do whatever he's going to do. What do you do?
Is there a back door?
And
Benny was gonna ask that.
Xander responds and goes, well, of course, we've got all kinds of doors. The back door's just that way, if you want to exit off in that direction.
Yeah, it's probably for the best if we don't go out the front door.
No.
All right.
Kiddo, you're nuts.
Well, yes, if you want to go look for your friend, the back door is just back that way. And Minerva volunteers to stay here in case that Alinea comes back.
Well, they already said that she should stay there anyways.
Yeah.
After everything.
So Minerva is going to stay at the house with Xander, and you two are going out the back door. So with that, we'll pan over to Alinea and Joan. You think you've lost the police that were chasing you, but you're still in the woods, and in the rush, you've managed to get yourself lost. What do you do?
Actually, I rolled naturalist last time. I got a 22.
Yeah, like you have a general idea of what direction to go, but you don't quite know where you are in the woods.
Okay, I will go look for. I will just go where I think the carcass state is. Go in that direction.
So you start heading off in that direction. Go ahead and give me a hearing check.
Hearing.
Yeah.
Hearing. Oh, goody. I will do it with physical die.
Fair enough.
That's a 15.
15 total?
Yes.
Okay. You hear and feel a breeze kind of blowing through the trees, and there's a little bit of a rustling of the leaves as the wind moves through. You can try to roll smell if you'd like. It's going to be a much more difficult DC to find something, but you are welcome to try.
Awesome. Oh no. Oh no. That is a 12 total.
12 total? Okay. So you don't smell anything except, nature and trees and flowers and things like that, and you
It's all
are moving
relaxing.
along. Yeah, it's actually quite serene. After all that excitement and stress, it's quite calming and relaxing. You don't feel much in the way of a sense of urgency or anything like that. It's just a stroll through the woods. Now, are you trying to be...
starts strolling through the woods casually, and Jones says, "Can you speed it up, please?" "No, I'm enjoying myself. This is a relaxing walk. This is not the time for relaxing. We need to get to the house." "Well, who said we needed to get there fast?" "I have things to do." "What things?" "I don't know. Things." "Well, if you can't specify the things, then we will just stroll." I hate you.
Is the
I hate you too.
spelled Vinny? I mean, what?
What?
Is the things that she needs to do spelled Vinny or what?
Probably. Probably. Actually, I'll tell you yes.
Oh god.
Okay. So there's some jumping involved and bones. I see. All right. So, are you trying to be sneaky and quiet, or are you just kind of casually strolling through the woods, not really paying attention?
Now that you ask.
No reason.
What?
Drawing.
I don't know.
Yeah. Now that you ask, I will be.
Okay.
I will be slowly and casually strolling through the woods, stealthily.
All right. Roll blend in.
Oh, that's on my hairbrush. That is a 21.
Okay. So you're, tiptoeing through the forest. And after, I'd say about 5 minutes of walking, you suddenly feel a hand on your shoulder. And you hear a dog start barking. And a very gruff voice from behind you goes, "Freeze! Got you now." What do you do?
No, you don't. And runs.
Give me a might roll with that would be Alinia's might.
Yeah, perfect. I'm going to use a plus 10.
Yikes.
I'm going to use a plus 10. So that is 11 plus 10 would be 22
It can be that.
22 total.
for might.
It can be that.
22 total for might.
It can be that trying.
Oof.
Yes, honey.
I can't do math in my brain at the moment. So that's that plus that plus that. What did you get again? Sorry?
22 total
22?
for might.
Okay. They got a 23. You could use another plus 10 on that if you'd like, or if somebody is really nice and wants to give you a reroll.
Please? please.
Currently,
Fine.
Pretty.
oh,
Take
Rowan's
my
the only one.
Very
ability
pretty.
roll.
I was gonna say, oh, Rowan's the only one with rerolls.
And that's an 18 plus 9 plus 10. So
Yes.
28 plus 9.
Okay. So
So 37.
this sudden encounter, just you get a flood of adrenaline and you just tear away like a bat out of hell. As you're running away, you do hear a dog barking and running close behind you. How do you try to evade this dog that's chasing you?
So Olivia will roll naturalist to find a stream and go through the stream.
Okay.
Oh, I'll. That die is not doing good because, well, I think it's just Olivia in general gets low rolls. So 32.
32. Okay. That's definitely not a low number. So yeah, you remember that there was a stream, and you can hear it up ahead. So you change your course a little bit to go over there to the stream, and you're able to run across it. Do you run faster to try to get away from the dog, or?
Exactly. Yes.
Okay. Let me get a might roll to see how strong your running is through this water.
Yeah. Let's try. Let's. Yes.
25? Okay. You managed to pick up some ground, so the dog is still swimming when you, still barely starting to swim, I should say, when you hit the other shore, the other bank of the river there. So
I'm gonna use a plus 10 on that, just because I can.
okay.
So that makes it 35.
It won't really change the outcome there. Are you sure you want to use it?
Okay, if it won't change the outcome.
No, you succeeded. You just tear through this water. So the water resistance doesn't really bother you much at all. You're still able to keep your speed relatively the same. And the dog's having to swim through the water to get to the other side. So by the time the dog starts swimming, you've hit the opposite bank of the river and you're able to run normally. And you glance over your shoulder and you see that you've broken line of sight.
Yes.
What do you do?
Yeah, so I'm going to first cover my tracks. Because Joan is like, cover your tracks. They will catch you if you don't cover your tracks. Fine, I'll cover my tracks. Naturalist for that?
Yeah. I think that would work.
19.
19. You're in a hurry. There's a dog chasing you. You just barely managed to get out of line of sight to be able to try to hide.
And we're going to go fast.
Okay.
Nibble this, right?
Yeah. Just straight up sprinting through the woods. Your nimbleness.
20.
I was looking to see if there's anything else that you could try to use that might help you, but yeah, naturalist I think is going to be about the only thing you could use. You could argue blend in for the tracks if you wanted to try to physically.
Yeah, try blend in as well.
Scuff them out. Yeah,
Let's
give
see.
that a shot. See if you get.
So 20 for nimbleness, and 22 for blend in.
Okay, that pushes you over 20. So you hit that next DC on that. So yeah, you do a reasonably good job covering up your tracks. If they have a really good tracker, they might still be able to find you. But this is probably the local sheriff's office, so you feel reasonably confident that they're not going to be able to follow you. And you pick up speed and get to the edge of the forest. As you get to the edge of the forest, if you were to imagine that the Clark estate is to the west, you've hit the north end of the forest. So you're not quite where you wanted to go, but you are on the edge of the woods, and you can follow the line of the edge of the woods around to get to where you want to go. Probably without seeing too many people. You can't remember if there were a lot of buildings or anything on this side of the woods. But all
Would
the cops
Joan
were to the
remember? Because
south.
Joan pretty much mapped this place out.
You can try to remember, but it's going to be really, really hard because you didn't actually come here before. So the only way you would know is if maybe you saw it from up on the hill.
Oh, okay. So,
But you could try.
I'm going to roll. Yeah, because I get a free. Yeah, that's 27
27?
for education.
Okay. That's actually not bad. With a 27, you aren't 100% sure, but you think you might have seen a couple of cabins out that way. You think you remember seeing smoke at least, like maybe from a chimney or something, but you're not sure how many houses or if it was exactly right here, but there's probably somebody out this way, but it's not the people that are chasing you.
I will save the narration for now. just say that Joan nags Alinea if she gets near a house or civilization.
Okay. Well, we'll pause there then and go back to Vinny and Ping. You've made it out the back door. As you're facing away from the house, that direction's basically going to be north. To the east is the woods that kind of wrap around.
Okay. I think I remember now that for sure Vinny was going to go after Joan's body, since there was a trail and he does not want it to go cold, but he wanted to grab the others and inform them before. And there's no way in hell he's going to get involved with the police right now and get them all arrested.
That's probably smart.
If Alinea is running them around in a wild goose chase, let them run around a wild goose chase. Makes his job easier,
Yeah.
So that's I believe what the course of action was and is. So he's gonna set off back to the hill where I guess he stopped before and turned around.
Okay. Do you go back through the woods or do you try to go along the edge of the woods?
Whatever's faster.
Going through the woods would probably be faster.
Yes.
And
I know that the police are around, but
I was going to say, with that, Rowan, evens or odds?
May the odds ever be in your favor.
All right.
Or my favor, in this case.
Okay. So you head off into the woods. Give me a naturalist roll to see how well you pick the trail back up.
You hate me.
Also, April Dawn has a question. Wants to know what you're making.
Oh, I'm working on an art doll. So I am making a clay fox head, and then basically I pull this out like a mask and stick on the wire and fabric. So,
Cool.
Yep, I make those and sell them. So, but this one's specifically for an exchange. I do too. That's why I originally got into making them. But I made like full-on dragons to sit on your shoulder.
I've
Use
never
real
made
gemstones
one.
on
I've
their
always
heads.
wanted to.
If you need pointers, let me know, because I've trial and error, bro.
Oh,
Lots of
I
trial
went
and
through
error.
the bathroom.
Thank you,
Okay.
sweetie.
So naturalist, right?
Yeah, sorry. I have the weirdest cat. I think Glitch was trying to climb into my coat, which is hanging up.
Really?
She's weird. I have a weird cat. But yeah, naturalist to pick up the trail.
21.
Ping, 21. Okay, yeah, you're able to make your way back to where you started. So before you had to run away because of Alinea hiding in your hiding spot, or trying to, you're able
Jeez.
to get to that spot. Ping, were you following, or what are you doing?
Ping's
was-
on Vinny's arm, I thought.
Yeah, I'm holding on to Vinny.
Okay. Let me have you both roll hearing then. And I'm gonna go stop Glitch from doing whatever she's doing. She's gonna pull that that thing down.
Oh, yeah, don't.
Okay.
While Raven's doing that, I guess, I do have all my art dolls on my website. Well, not all of them, but most of them. So, you can check it out there.
Dope.
Cool. So what did you guys get for hearing?
I got 17.
I forgot to roll. I pay attention. Doot, doot, doot.
Oh, nat 1. It's not that bad of a nat 1.
Do you want to reroll?
No, we'll take it.
Okay. So it's not
It's
that
no
bad
fun
of
if
a...
you're just cheesing everything, you know.
To be fair. Yeah.
Rosa, get out
Um,
of my water! I swear to God. Sorry.
Oh, I'm just laughing because like I just had to go get Glitch out of something because she was being a butt, and now Rosa's being a butt.
Cats. Yep.
So what happens is you're listening, trying to get a sense of your surroundings, and you just hear suddenly this, and a bug flies right in your ear.
I was gonna say Ping has tinnitus. I don't know. Her ears just ring sometimes, I guess. Okay,
That's not
a
good.
bug flew mine.
That's really not good for a blind person.
I know,
Aw.
right? Super inconvenient. But no,
yeah,
okay,
so-
a bug flew in my ear.
Yeah, so you're like, it's in my ear, and it's like a
I'm gonna
gnat or
flail
something
around.
like that. But
I'm gonna flail.
yeah, but Vinny, you just hear like a breeze blowing through the trees, and the leaves kind of gently rustling as the breeze flows through there, and it feels really nice. You probably hear a couple of songbirds tweeting, and then you hear,
It's too peaceful. Ah.
and then you hear, it's in my ear.
It's like, he's like, what?
That's all you hear.
No, a bug flew in my ear. Ah.
Now I'm gonna ask a question that sounds a bit familiar. Are you two trying to be quiet as you move through the woods, or are you just kind of walking through the woods normally?
I mean, as quiet as can be. Like, honestly, as if Vinny could do anything without being suspicious of everything. But I mean, acting relatively normal, that's the best option, Vinny figures,
Okay.
since they're looking for suspicious people.
I will let Vinny roll blend in, and then Ping if you want to roll, and we'll basically just treat it like you're assisting.
Okay. Because I mean, I guess I'm gonna be following his lead. So
29.
Okay.
12.
And 12. Okay. So you don't really help, but you don't you
Hinder.
don't make you don't make extra noise either. So you go with the 29. Yeah, you're actually being decently quiet. Okay. And just check something else.
There was a 150 fighting move. 150 power fighting move.
That sounds like a pretty powerful fighting move there.
Sorry.
What am I hearing?
I was playing Pokemon.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay. All right. So you're moving through the woods. You pick up the trail, Vinny, and it starts looping back around towards the Clark Farms. You're both moving along, probably about 5 minutes or so, and then I would like for both of you to do a hearing and a smell check.
Hearing 15.
Okay.
My hearing is 26. No, 30.
Smell 23.
Okay.
27.
27. And then what is
And
your smell,
smell?
Rowan?
My smell is 21.
Okay. So oddly enough, Venny, you hear this. Ping, you do not. Venny, you realize that as you're walking, you're hearing this background noise behind you both. And you realize whenever you stop walking, you stop hearing that noise. And you're starting to get the suspicion that maybe somebody is following you. Ping, you don't hear anything, but you the wind changes and you suddenly smell wet dog smell.
Yum.
What?
And the smell's coming from behind both of you.
Oh no.
Vinny, what is that smell?
I told
Is that
you I
you?
showered. I fucking showered.
Yeah, that's why I'm confused. What? Oh, it smells like it. It smells like a dog, a wet dog. Ugh.
Vinny, I guess, turns around.
Okay. Let me see how well something is handled.
Oh no.
Okay. So you turn around and you hear this guy go, "Oh shit!" And there's a twig snapping, and you just barely see somebody duck behind a tree.
What was that?
Vinny just raises an eyebrow. He asks,
He got a nat one.
he's like, "Are you okay?"
The blind person saw you. It was that bad.
So you say, "Are you okay?" And he just goes, "Caw, caw."
Bro, what?
Okay. Vinny is just gonna keep walking. Nothing suspicious here.
Huh? I'm confused. I'm highly confused here.
So
Vinny
is some-
assumes it's one of the police officers following them for some reason. He's gonna, whatever.
Vinny, is
Okay.
there
Whatever.
somebody following us?
Yes. So,
Are they like armed or anything?
probably.
Okay, I mean, I'm following you. If they shoot me first, though, I'm gonna be pissed.
So
Nah. We are just going on a picnic. That's all.
Oh, right. The picnic.
All right. Roll.
I just remembered. Oh,
roll charmer speech. What did you remember?
was it last episode where picnic was a euphemism?
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was last episode.
I got a 20
What is it? Speech?
on charm. I got a 20 on charm.
Okay.
Can I?
Yeah.
I got a. I'm gonna re-roll.
Okay.
It's either a 7 or 0, depending.
Neither
Right
of those
here,
are high enough.
the pic. That would be like me being like, "Oh yeah, dear, going on our picnic," and Vinny being like, "Yeah, bitch, let's go."
Better. That's 15.
15. Okay. Yeah, the 0 would have been like, "The fuck are you talking about? What picnic? We didn't talk about any picnic. What are you talking about?"
He just turns around and punches Ping.
Oh no!
Stop it! Stop it! Oh, with a 20 and a 15
Stop
though.
lying! I don't think this relationship's working out.
Wait, so
I can't handle
is
your
that
lies.
is that confirmation that there is a relationship there?
No.
I mean,
No.
that's what I heard.
Oh gosh.
Don't stack
Anyways.
your ship.
Because it's
so,
going down. I'm yelling timber.
so with a 20 and a 15, this guy's not that smart. He goes, he's just kind of behind you, going, "Oh, okay, they're going off on a romantic little trips to the woods. All right, they're probably not who I'm after." He's saying this to himself, so you do hear like quiet whispering, but you can't make out what he's saying.
Is he narrating himself?
I think so.
Oh my god.
So yeah, you still hear the footsteps behind you. You hear a total of 6 different steps each time you move.
6. Oh, because
he
man
has a
and
dog?
Yes,
Okay.
he does.
A very wet dog.
Apparently.
Does your dog need like a towel?
You just hear this awkward pause, and then caw, caw.
What's the god?
It's him pretending to be a bird.
Oh god.
Okay.
So as you keep walking, you do hear a, "Oh, good, that worked." And he's continuing to follow you. Roll naturals to see if you can keep up with the trail while all this is going on.
Oh man. All right, that is a 19.
You lose it a couple times, but so you kind of have to pause a minute and look around a little more and retrace your steps a couple times, but you manage to keep up with the trail, and you make some decent progress. With that, we'll pop back over to Alenia. What are you doing?
Trying to make my way back to the carcass state still.
Okay, so you head off in that direction. You're following the edge of the woods, right?
Mm-hmm.
So same question that I gave Rowan: evens or odds?
Odds.
Okay. And okay. So as you're walking along, you hear, it's again very relaxing. There's songbirds. It's a bright sunny day. It's probably about, maybe like 2 or 3 in the afternoon, so it's not
Mm-hmm.
it's not super hot. It's not like as hot as it would be around noon. It's just starting to cool off a little bit.
I mean, Olivia is in a sundress.
Yeah. So you're just actually having a pretty nice time. Roll. I'm gonna say hearing on this one, as you get about halfway to the estate.
Oh goodness. Oh goodness. Let's see. Where's hearing? Oh. Oh goodness. Mm. Oh goodness me. That's not bad. That's an 18 total.
Okay. You hear the faintest sound of a banjo playing off in the distance.
Please tell me it's.
It is.
What? It is what?
It's dueling banjos.
Yeah.
You just hear this do 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 do.
Alinea goes squinty-eyed. And is like, what's that? And Joan just says, well, it's something you should avoid. Let's keep going. Don't be so rude.
Thankfully, Elena hates banjos, so she goes the other way. No, I'm kidding.
Roll blend in to move quietly, because once you're aware of the sound, you can look over and you see that there is
Sure.
somebody sitting on their front porch with a banjo.
Oh, that's a nat 20 plus 11. That's 41 total.
Nice. You are invisible as you move along the edge of the woods, and you pass by the cabin completely undetected. Do you want to do anything as you pass by, or are you just heading straight to the estate?
Heading straight there as fast as possible.
Okay. So yeah, you managed to make it there without any incident. You've
Well,
avoided
no,
the
as quiet as possible, not as fast as possible. Even though
Okay.
Joan is bugging Lydia the whole time, going faster, faster. No, we have to be quiet. Do you want to get caught? No.
You make it there going harder, better, faster, and stronger.
How that song's gonna be stuck in my head.
That's on the Joan playlist.
Nice. So yeah, you make it back without any problems. That was the last person that you really had to worry about. So the rest of the trip's uneventful. You make it back to the estate. You're there. You're still handcuffed, by the way.
Yes.
How do you go about getting inside, or do you go inside? What do you do?
So Joan is going to find something to break these handcuffs. Oh, now you think I can break handcuffs. Great. Well, you've been working out, clearly. Now, when did I have time for that? Oh, I took the liberty. Oh, thanks.
Okay.
And Alinea will, in fact, take Joan's advice and look around for something to break the handcuffs with.
All right. Give me a sight roll.
31.
Okay. With a 31, you do manage to see a tool shed behind the manor.
Awesome.
Where you think you might be able to find some tools to do stuff.
Yes. Go in.
Okay. Now, here's the tricky bit. You get over to the tool shed, and it's got one of those handles where you kind of have to pull down on it to lift the latch. So it's like a metal ring attached to a rope. The rope goes into the door. Your hands are handcuffed behind your back. So how do you go about pulling that?
I've actually done this in real life before. You turn around, you pick up the
What
latch.
have you been handcuffed exactly?
Hold up a minute.
I had 3 brothers.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay.
Yeah, so you turn around, handcuff, pick up the latch, and then with your hands you turn it.
Okay. In that case, give me a nimbleness roll if you're gonna go that route. And we'll see how well you're able to do this.
22.
22? Okay. It takes you, I don't know, like 30 seconds, we'll say. You got a couple of fumbled attempts to grab onto it just the right way, but you get it open. You get inside. Go ahead and give me another sight roll to see what tools you can find. And I'm going to roll to see what tools are in there.
34, nat 20. Actually, that'd be a 44. Because that's a nat 20.
Okay. You look around, and at first you don't see anything remotely useful. It looks like it's a bunch of gardening tools for the most part, but no like hammers or chisels or anything like that that would really work. And just when you think, oh, this was a waste of time, you notice over in the corner, kind of under a couple bundles of newspapers, a hacksaw.
That seems dangerous. Yeah. Yeah, I was looking more for like a rock or something. But
There are plenty of rocks outside. But a hacksaw you could use to actually, cut the chain in the middle, and that would make it a lot easier to get the other parts off.
yeah,
Just, don't botch it.
yeah. Really don't botch it. Okay.
I mean, a nat 1 would be, yes, very bad, but it's not going to be that hard to just basically sit there and move it back and forth
Yeah.
until it comes off.
Quickly
So-
turn into a Saw movie.
So Olivia's
She says what we're all thinking.
yeah. Olivia's going to try that.
Okay. I will give you a couple of options on how to do
Jigsaw
this.
has entered the chat.
To free yourself, you will have to cut off your own hand. So you can use nimbleness if you would like, but you can also use mechanical engineering. And nah, that wouldn't work with the hacksaw.
So
Sorry,
I'm going to roll
thinking out loud. So-
nimbleness.
Mechanical engineering or nimbleness. Yeah,
This is
just those two.
19. Not terrible.
Okay, you get a decent start. So like it's a chain link, and you manage to cut one side of the single link. So you've made a dent, but you still got to cut the other side so that you can actually pull it off. But with that, I think we're gonna pop back over to the picnicking couple and the creeper that's following them.
The police officer creeper, yes.
Mhm.
All right. So, have they gotten past the hill yet, or? The hill?
Yeah. You managed to get up to the hill, where you found the trail leading down to the farm, and yep, you're still being followed, but you're up on the hill now.
So, Vinny pauses, and he thinks for a moment, and he's like, because can he tell where the trail is going at this point?
Yeah, based on what you found before and what you're looking at now, you know that this is heading down into the farms.
Okay. So it's like, we should ask our friends, the bakers, down at the farm, if they want to join us.
You know what? That is an excellent idea, Vincenzo.
It's Vincent. It's Vincent.
Vincenzo.
Vincenzo?
To be fair, he's never been told his full name.
Just
Okay.
Vinny's
Okay.
fine.
I'm not even going
It's
to vocalize
Vincent.
what I'm imagining.
Oh, it's Vincent?
Yes.
Vincent, my dear. Yes, let's invite the bakers.
To your
Both of
romantic
you-
evening.
Both of you roll hearing real quick.
Vincenzo. Okay,
22.
hearing. That is 22, yeah, for me too.
Okay. You both hear muttering behind a tree going, bakers, maybe accomplices. And you hear, it's obviously writing something in a notebook, but saying everything he's writing as he writes it. And you hear a dog going, oh.
The smell of that dog is
Funny.
ruining my appetite, dear.
Yes, but there's not much I can do about the dog.
And you hear again, caw. So he's clearly still following you, clearly still thinks he's being very clever.
Yep, clearly. Well, down to the farm.
Okay. You head down there. There's really no problems getting down to the farm. You come up on the house, and let me see what you see there.
Proceed.
I don't see
Sight?
anything.
No, me. One
Oh.
second. Drop my die. The GM has to see what you see there.
Has to roll on the random table.
Okay. Yeah. All right, this will be interesting. So you walk up to the house, and you can see that the screen door is half off its hinges, and the front door is wide open.
Uh-oh. Vinny's like, that does not bode well.
What? What's wrong?
The door is open.
It's open? Like,
Like,
Maybe.
knocked off the hinges open.
oh. Yeah, that's bad.
So I guess he picks up pace and heads down there to investigate.
Okay. As you, sounds like you're entering the house.
Well, at least going up to the door.
Oh, okay. So you go up to the door, and yeah, you can see that the screen door has been half ripped off the hinges, so it's open and kind of bent outwards. The bottom hinge is the one that's still connected. The front door is wide open, and give me a quick sight roll.
No.
Okay.
Just Vinny.
That's a nat 20.
Okay. Your elven eyes see everything. You notice, going through the details of the scene in my head here, what you would notice. So there are some drops of blood on the ground, like on the floor inside the doorway. Not a lot of blood, and it's dried. So you can tell that whatever happened probably a day or so ago, maybe. You notice scuff marks on the ground, a couple of scratches on the wall, clearly signs of a struggle happening in the doorway. I'm trying to think. There are other things to see in the house, and you are pretty sure of this, but from your current vantage point, that's about all you can see.
So at this point, Vinny turns around. He's like, "Hey, police officer, make yourself useful." Oh, fuck that! Look, there's blood on the floor. There's scratches on the wall. Something happened here. Do your fucking job instead of following us around.
And do your job.
Roll speech there, Vinny.
Okay.
Pink, you can also roll speech if you would like.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, I got a 22.
Okay.
I got a 25.
I'm
Nice.
suspicious of that 22.
So
No, I got 18. My speech is 4. Thank you.
So
22.
you both make a pretty intimidating argument for this cop, and so you look back and you see one of the trees that's probably 60, 70 feet away from you. You see a head slowly lean out from behind the tree going, y'all talking to me?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
Now come here.
So he steps out from behind the tree with his dog, and it's like a really cute basset hound.
No.
Just looks like the saddest dog ever.
What a good puppy.
And he's like, "Oh, me and Toby here were just, investigating this farm, and just got here. Yeah." And as he's saying this, obviously very badly, the dog just looks up at him and goes, "Aww," and then looks back down.
And I see that you have a support dog for that. Now,
Yep.
why don't
Toby
you
is
go
my-
investigate? He steps away
yeah,
from
well-
the door and motions after you.
So he kind of walks up and looks at the door and obviously sees the blood on the ground and goes, "Oh yeah, this is
Bad.
yeah, that's bad. I should. This is so bad. I should call this in and get back up here to investigate."
You do that.
So I'm gonna go back to where my radio is. That way, he points off in the distance, and make sure we get people over here.
Hurry.
So he kind of wanders off in that direction, and you can tell he's basically just leaving so that he doesn't have to go in first.
So Vinny waits until he's gone, rolls his eyes, and then goes in to investigate further.
Okay.
Careful not to leave his mark on anything.
Ping, what are you doing as Vinny moves inside?
Nothing. I'm just gonna stand there because I don't want to
Okay.
mess things up. It sounds like things are bad, and I don't want to mess them up.
So
Like-
Vinny, I guess, reports things back to her as he looks,
Okay.
because that made sound enough if anyone was here.
Yeah, let's move this to here. And I'm just going to pop on some different music here. Or noises, I should say. There we go. As you step inside and look around, you can notice on the dining room table, there's a whole bunch of food that's obviously been sitting there for a while.
Yeah.
There are 2 plates that have been prepared, so they're full of food. Doesn't look like anything's been eaten off of either plate. But you do see, like, they had fried chicken again, so you do see there are some chicken bones just on the table on the other end of the table. And you can see like a half-eaten piece of cornbread and things like that that are just sort of dropped on the table, not on a plate or anything like that.
Which is uncharacteristic of this person. Of these people.
Yes. I mean, you know that 2 people live here. There's 2 plates that have been set, but nothing's been touched on those plates, but there's obviously somebody's been eating off of the food.
Well, if Joan's body is running around here, or I don't know, maybe I mean Vinny is trying to think through. It's like, would Xander have victimized these people and stole their food?
That dick.
He's not sure, but he's going to continue investigating. He's actually going to go to that guest room and see if the saber's still under the bed.
Okay.
Take it. It's fine.
So you go into the guest room. Roll sight or hearing.
Yes, ma'am. All right. For sight, that is a 24.
Okay. Let me check something real quick. Okay. As you step into the room, you can see that it looks pretty much just the way it was before. The closet's closed. It looks like they probably made up the bed. But you don't notice anything odd or out of place here. How do you go about checking for the saber? Do you like squat down? Do you lay on the ground?
I assume he like crouches. Yeah, feels
Okay,
under the bed.
So you're crouching and just putting your hand under, or do you look under the bed?
Put a hand under.
Okay. So you don't look before you stick your hand under the bed. Is that right?
Well, I think he should at least look where he puts his hand.
Okay. So you look under the bed and then you put your hand under.
Yes.
Okay. Roll hearing real quick.
Uh-oh. That's a nat 20.
You actually got a nat 20?
Yes.
Okay, that sounded like a please be a nat 20.
Yeah, it was a nat 20.
I believe
nat
you.
20, but I'm still worried. I'm worried.
Okay.
He's gonna get his hand bit off.
No. As you look under the bed, you hear a floorboard creak right behind you. Roll dodge.
Okay.
Because you don't have a way to deflect, and you're not going to be able to absorb. Your head's not that thick.
31. $31 for dodge.
All right. The attack got 34.
Holy crap.
Oh yes, you go, girl.
So, you look underneath the
That
bed.
was with me that's with me rolling a 19.
Yeah.
Jeez.
You look under the bed, and you hear floorboard creak, and you go to dodge out of the way, but you're a second too late, and you just see stars as you get cracked over the head with a board.
Why do you think I was so disappointed we didn't like it was all magic last season? Like Joe's badass.
So given where it's at and everything, 1 sec, let me see how bad it is. So that's gonna be 12 damage.
Okay, that hurts, but it's fine.
Yeah. You're a little bit disoriented because you just got hit over the back of the head, but what do you do?
Actually, that doesn't even reach my normal hit points. I still have all my temp. So,
Okay.
he's going to, I guess, turn around, like try to trip this person, grab them by the legs, because obviously he's a little disoriented. He's probably not going to be able to get up quickly.
Yeah. Okay. So you're gonna try to grab their legs.
Yes.
Let's have you do a melee attack.
Okay.
Try to grab onto their legs.
Yep. Okay. That's a 28.
Does Ping hear this happening?
Roll hearing. We'll find out.
So probably. I mean, Vinny was kind of reporting to her, and all of a sudden.
You said you got a 28?
Yes.
Okay.
I got 25 hearing.
You miss their legs. They sort of hop out of the way. 25 hearing. You hear. Imagine. I mean, does Vinny say anything? Does he? When he gets hit?
I mean, I imagine he goes, ugh.
Okay. So you do hear like a loud thud noise, and then Vinny making some pained grunting.
Vinny?
The different flavors of Vinny is grunting, pained grunting, angry grunting.
and then mumbled motherfucker.
That's him.
Okay, I'm gonna call out to him then. Vinny? Are you okay?
She's here.
Who, Joan?
As you call out, that's right around the time Vinny is missing that tackle grab. And whoever it is runs out of the room.
Yes.
Well, Vinny's going to pursue.
Okay. Roll sight.
Okay. That is. Okay, nice. 24.
Okay. You get up, run out of the room to chase after them, and you saw them turn towards the dining room. You still haven't gotten a good look at who this is because they're moving so fast, and you just got hit over the head with a board. But you saw them go in that direction, but as soon as you get into the dining room, you don't see anything.
Can I?
Ping, or if you want, you can always roll hearing. You could try even smell if you wanted to from outside, or you can go inside. Definitely feel free to take any action that you'd like.
I'm gonna go inside because I don't like the sounds I'm hearing.
Okay. Are you sort of listening out more closely as you go inside?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll
I'm gonna
hearing.
call out for Vinny again. 24.
Okay. You don't hear anything except for probably Vinny breathing a little heavy.
Take my +10, Lisa.
Okay.
That makes
So
it a 34.
Mhm.
You don't hear anything except the sound of any breathing a little heavier.
Seriously?
it.
Oh
With the
yeah.
plus 10?
Yep. I can give you a hint of something if you would like.
Sure.
Sure.
I'll treat it like a partial success because you're 3 away from hitting it.
Oh, boo.
Oh, gosh.
3.
You do hear the sound of fabric, like a coat, brushing up against a wall. It's very faint, but you do hear that moving behind you as you move into the house. So, like, once you pass a doorway, you hear that behind you.
Can I swing my cane behind me?
You can certainly try.
What shall I swing? My might?
So it would be 1d20 plus physical plus any training you have in melee, which I believe you do have some in your cane.
Do I have any melee?
I don't know how I keep managing to get cat hair caught on the bridge of my glasses, but I do.
Magic.
It's cat hair. It comes everywhere, goes everywhere. It does what it pleases.
One sec, I'll help you look too. Oh, weird. You don't have any of your training points in there.
Did you forget it
I think
in your...
Pretty
I
sure
must
they
have
were there
forgotten it.
before. Huh.
I think when I filled out the second sheet for this season, I derped it.
Oh, okay. No worries. So real quick, what level are you guys at again?
8?
We are
Nine?
level 10.
9.
10. Really?
10.
We're 10?
Yes.
Then I didn't level one time.
Me either. Because I'm
Okay,
only 9.
so- You should have 13
Yeah.
training points, so you can distribute those how
Raven
you like
actually.
right now. For now, let's just say 1d20 plus physical plus 5. Just for the moment.
You said I have 13?
13 total, yeah. That you can spend. So if you want to spend those really quick right now, you can, or you can just take a plus 5 and spend them later if you want to take more time to think about where you want to put those.
No, it's okay. Hold on a second. I'm just doing it real quick.
The benefits of this system, it is very conducive to doing it on the fly.
Yeah.
I'm really glad that worked the way I wanted it to with that. 'Cause that was the idea in mind with designing it, was that you could just pick it up and run.
Okay, so
Like the dirty thief you are. What?
D20, so it's... I'm going to get this wrong again.
So it's 1d20 plus physical plus your melee training.
Okay. What's my physical? And remind me again how to roll the D20.
Oh, it's
Dash R, space 1d20.
Night all, have a good game.
Because that just doesn't want to stick in my brain.
like that. Aw, thanks for that cheer. Good night, rest well. Before you go, so 100 bits, so you can give a plus 5 temporary hit points to any character that you'd like. Ghost Ping, good choice.
Thanks! Okay, 7. And then it's plus my physical.
And then plus training.
A physical, so 9, and then 9 plus 8, so 17.
17. Okay.
17 plus 7.
Plus 7. Okay. So it's gonna be 20.
4.
Thank you. Like, wow, my brain is completely not processing math today.
Kind of knew that your brain was
Yeah.
fried. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of to be expected.
Yeah. Yeah, depression has been heavy this week, so mental function is definitely reduced today.
Mm-hmm.
But on the bright side, I think today's probably going to be the last of it. Usually I can kind of tell when it's going away. I think today's going to be the last of it, so that'll be good. So 24. It's a swing and a miss. So you swing at whatever was behind you. You swing at the sound, but you just hit air.
Mm.
So I guess Vinny goes in the room and sees Ping like swing at nothing and is like, did they go that way?
I heard something behind me.
All right. So he grabs Ping's arm like this and heads that direction.
Whoop.
And let me finish leveling up, because if we have an extra level, that will change things.
Yeah, you get
Seriously.
a +1 to the attribute if you get from 9 to 10.
Seriously.
All right.
And if
While
Ping
you're-
is at 9 for physical, sheesh.
While you're doing that, then we'll pan back over to Alinea real quick here. Alinea, go ahead and do another nimbleness roll on the handcuffs.
Awesome. Let's just, yeah.
19.
That's another 19.
It takes you a little bit. You're not very quiet about it, but you manage to get the chain in the middle cut through. So your hands are free. You still have handcuffs on each wrist, but they're not linked together.
And I'm going to go to the back door.
Okay. You just knock on the back door of the manor.
Yes.
Okay. You knock on the door. And yeah, we're gonna try this. One sec. I'm gonna see who answers the door. Okay. So you knock on the door, and Xander answers the door. He's like, hi, can I help you?
Yes, is Minerva home?
No, she's not. She's not home. She's here. If that's what you mean.
Yeah.
You're that that one they're looking for, right?
Yes. I don't know why that is.
All right. Well, we better get you inside then. Come on in.
Thank you very much.
All right. So what exactly did happen?
I sat in the car waiting, and the police came. And they're claiming that there was blood on the road. I did not see it.
Okay. So you're sitting in the car, blood on the road. All right, and then they just arrested you at that point, or?
Yeah. That's quite weird. I didn't do anything.
All right. Well, I think I will let Minerva handle this one since, you're her friend. I think. Uh. Anyways, she's busy. He's just sort of looking at you awkwardly and he's not quite sure what to do with you. He's like, you can wait in the study, I guess.
Yes.
All right. Okay. And then roll sight for me real quick.
Awesome. That's a nat 1.
Yikes.
Um.
But it's
Okay.
still a 15.
Roll gut feeling now.
28.
28. So when you look at Xander, you're kind of trying to get a read on him. You're pretty sure it looks like he's up to something suspicious, and he's trying to delay you for some reason. Your gut feeling, however, goes, no, he wouldn't turn me in. Pretty sure. So you're a little conflicted because you know what you saw, and you're positive that's what you saw. But then you think about like what kind of person this particular Xander is, and you're pretty sure they're not going to turn you in. But that's kind of the debate that's going on in your
I got
head.
a little gut thing for Joan just for shiggles.
Okay.
It's an 8.
Joan is absolutely 100% convinced that you're about to get turned into the police.
He's obviously going to turn us in. He wouldn't do that. He's not evil. We don't know that yet. I have a good feeling for people.
The point of interest,
And your
him not
feelings can fuck off.
him not being evil
Hey,
is actually a point
what
towards
did I
turning
say
you
about
in.
that word?
All right, so you're debating with yourself. Do you what action do you take after that debate? Do you go wait in the study? Do you flee? Do you attack Xander as he goes back upstairs? Like, or something else entirely?
So, Olivia will close her eyes and focus and just shut Joan up.
Okay.
And then start humming to herself.
Okay, so basically you're gonna wait.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right, so you're waiting in the study, and it's some time before Minerva comes back. So while you're waiting, we'll see what's. Meanwhile, back at the farm, what's happening?
Literally. Yeah. Vinny's gonna pursue now that my stats are nice and in line with level. That will probably help a lot.
Probably.
I was like, what? Because, I mean, even Vinny's is built very specifically, too, and I was really confused why it wasn't working. All right.
All right. So you saw Ping swing at seemingly nothing, and
I'm going to trust Ping on this one that Ping heard something, so I grabbed Ping and ran out the door after whatever Ping heard.
Yep.
okay. So you run outside. Did I get that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Or run wherever Ping stepped, like, because the sound came from behind Ping, and that's towards the door, correct?
So basically what happened, Ping went through the door, past another doorway. So like a door off into like the sitting room or something like that. So the sound she heard was behind her, but still inside the house, and then it ran down another room. So
it was in the other room. That was my misunderstanding. I thought she slipped past.
Gotcha. So whatever
That's
it is, when Ping was swinging, whatever it is still in the house at that point.
Okay. So I'm gonna look at that doorway then.
Okay. Roll sight.
All right. Hopefully this is a lot better this time. Maybe not. 25.
25. So you look at the doorway. It's a little bit dark inside. It's light outside, but a lot of the curtains are drawn, so it's dim. But you look around and you don't really notice anything out of the ordinary. This is like we'll say this is Mary's sewing room. And as you look around, there's obviously a lot of sewing supplies and things like that, but nothing looks like it's been like knocked over or broken or anything like that. Everything's
there places to hide.
I mean, the most logical places to hide, or the most obvious, I guess, would be like under the desk. There is a closet, and that door is closed, so there could be somebody in there. There's like a mannequin or like a dress form that maybe somebody, if they were small, could maybe hide behind.
Joan was pretty, like, small, wasn't she?
I mean, smaller than Vinny.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's not hard.
Vinny's a
Fucking beast.
yeah.
I kind of imagine
Yeah.
Minerva and Joan being roughly the same kind of build. Would that be a fair assessment, Gwen?
Yes. Yeah. Joan would be slightly skinnier than Minerva, but just slightly.
Okay.
Ping looks like a stretched out 12-year-old boy.
Okay. So, Vinny gestures to Ping. It's like Ping waits in the door. If they try to break for it, at least you'll know.
Okay. I'm gonna starfish myself to the door frame.
Okay. All right, Vinny, what do you do?
Going to look in the hiding spots, or can I listen to see if I hear anything?
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll hearing. You can both roll hearing.
Okay.
Okay. That is a 24.
16.
Okay. You both. You hear something. It's sort of a creaking noise coming from the general direction of the closet.
Okay.
But that's about all you hear. It's not like oh, that's definitely somebody stepped on a floorboard kind of noise. It's
More
just
like a house settling noise.
Yeah, kind of like that. But it's coming from the direction of the closet, so that might make you a little suspicious of the closet.
Okay.
That's
gut
about the only
feeling
thing
about
that
the
you hear.
closet. Can I roll gut feeling about the
Check
closet?
You can always roll gut feeling,
Okay.
unless you're dead.
All right. That is unless you're dead, you said?
Oh, did I say that out
What?
loud? I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, how about this, Miss Unless You're Dead? How about a straight fucking 30?
You you don't feel like the closet is very threatening at all.
The closet's not gonna get me. Okay.
Yeah, there's no monsters in that closet.
All right. So I start looking, I guess, under the desk, behind the desk, wherever.
Okay, though judging by some of the designs that you've seen in the sewing room, there might be some monstrosities in that closet.
Yikes.
but no monsters. All right, you check under the desk. There's nothing there.
And you said the dress form was the other thing?
Yeah, those are the most obvious hiding spots that you could spot.
Okay. I guess I'll look at the dress form.
Okay, go ahead and roll sight. Ping, you can also continue to roll hearing if you'd like.
Okay. 17.
Okay. Sight. Oh, that's another straight 30.
Okay. Ping, you hear more of the house settling noises. Sounds like it's coming from like the roof kind of section this time. It's just like a creaking noise. Then you look over every inch of that dress form, and behind it, underneath of it, the only thing on there is a weird looking apron.
Okay. Gut feeling about where to check next?
Okay.
I mean, the closet's still closed, right?
It is still closed, yes.
So if somebody's in there, they haven't come out.
Unless there's a crawl space.
That's true. There could be a crawl space.
All right, for gut feeling, that is a 30 again. Man, these new stats.
30 again. And what are you trying to gut feel?
So, like, where should I look next? Like, should I try the closet? Should I try somewhere else in this room that's less obvious? Or is it this room at all?
You're I'd say 95% confident that the closet is not a threat. You don't need to look there. As for where to look next, gut feeling says, okay, if I was trying to hide from somebody, where would I hide?
The fucking ceiling.
Okay.
Like, so I guess he looks up?
Okay, roll sight.
So someone's Spider-Manning it up there? Okay, that is a 31.
Can I roll hearing again?
Yes, you can.
16. God damn it.
Okay, so you don't hear anything. I mean, you do hear something, but not in time to do anything about it. What you hear is a whooshing noise as Benny looks up and sees what looks like Joan, but in very bulky clothing, and looks a little different. Who, has been Spider-Manning in the corner, waiting for you both to leave.
Oh god, is this like that freaking scene in Hereditary? Oh Jesus.
Sounds like Joan. Perfect.
So, just a quick note, one of the things that you could have seen that you didn't, as there was a boot scuff mark on the wall where they had left up, but you didn't roll high enough to spot it. So Vinny, you see what looks like Joan Spider-Manning up in the corner, and then they drop down and basically get an arm around Ping. So their arm is around Ping's neck.
Don't want hugs.
Yeah, you're kind of getting hugged from behind, and whoever this is just hisses at you, Vinny. Doesn't actually use words, just goes.
Okay.
What is happening? What is happening? Oh god, what's happening?
10 guesses. Vinny pulls out that nice gun that
Minerva.
Minerva, yes, my brain. It's also bad.
Roll
Minerva
nebulous.
gave. Okay. 10 guesses as to what's happening. Okay, nimbleness. That is a 34.
Okay, why is it hissing though? Why is it hissing?
So, here's the course of events. You reach for your gun, and you're a second ahead of them as you notice they reach for something in their coat.
Okay, can I shoot then? Their arm. Try not to.
We're
hit
gonna go
me.
in. We're gonna go in super slow motion here, so you can decide what to do.
Oh dear.
So you get your gun first. You're bringing it up, and right before it's in position to fire, you can see what they're pulling out is a saber. Which
Oh
they're
no! It's the saber.
which
This is
they're
totally Jones style. Oh
Which
my
they're-
god.
bringing up, and it's pretty clear that they're gonna try to put it to Ping's throat.
Shoot their arm or wrist at something.
Okay.
Can I
So-
struggle at all?
You can. So here's kind of the deal with this, since we're kind of paused at this slow motion scene. So Vinny, yes, you can definitely try to shoot the arm. It's going to be a much more difficult shot. So you're going to be at a probably -10 because they're almost completely behind Ping.
Please don't shoot me.
Ping, you can try to struggle, but it's going to make it harder on Vinny to not hit you.
Okay, I'm not gonna struggle then, because I'm scaredy cat, so I'm probably frozen in place.
It's true. You're probably just like,
Nice logic.
So, yeah, I'm useless right now.
Okay. Vinny,
Okay.
are you gonna try to make that shot? Does anybody have?
Yes.
Nobody has a Phoenix down. Okay, just. All right, this is gonna
Oh,
be
Jesus
interesting.
God.
Yes, he is.
Also,
Yes.
FYI, I did not plan for this encounter to be happening yet, but
What is with this game?
rolls were made, and it turns out that this person is still here. So.
Well, if you're gonna take 10 away, I'm gonna fucking pay to win. Damn it.
You do have a reroll.
I do. But I need that +10.
Don't I have a plus 10 HP right
Gwen has a +10. That's the only one on the board.
Oh, you were given a
was that?
+5 by April Dawn.
now? That's what it was. I was
Uh,
gonna say somebody gifted something.
Yeah, you have 5 temporary hit points.
Okay, cool.
Okay. So what am I rolling?
The words are hard.
Gun.
Yep, that's the one. Gun attack.
I'm rolling gun.
Okay, so
Okay.
same thing that you would have used for your laser pistol.
Dirty 30.
I don't like that.
I do.
I feel bad about this because you just spent a +10.
Oh.
Oh fuck.
So that is a 10, 20, 30, 39.
Oh Jesus.
Okay. You know what? Raven? If that's how it's gonna be.
You do have a reroll. If you want to try to reroll that, and I'll let you keep the +10.
Or you could make Raven reroll.
40.
Oh my goodness. Well, thank you for gifting all those subs. Much appreciated. Yeah, you just double down on your attack plan there, and because you're faster, and there's some sort of divine force that comes down and guides your hand.
RN Jesus comes down.
Yep, and says, "No, wait, it's not this number. It's higher." So I will let you
doubles my results.
I will let you choose how this happens. So do you? So possible options are you can shoot them in the hand and the arm. You can shoot the sword out of their hand. Pretty much anything to do with their arm or the saber. Those are all within line of sight. So describe how you do this trick shot.
I definitely think like it's gonna be like the wrist, like where all the tendons are.
Okay.
So even like it, not only will they drop the sword, like their wrist is disabled. They will not be able to pick up that sword again.
Okay.
Or use another weapon.
Okay.
Ping is panicking more because the gun just went off.
Yep.
Near her.
Mm-hmm.
So you shoot.
Right in your ear. Ears are
Hits
ringing.
the wrist. You also hear a very sickening, squelching sound of blood and flesh being torn apart.
That wouldn't bother her. She's a doctor, but yeah. Gross.
I mean, but it's like right in your ear, so it might be a little creepy.
It's still gross, but
yeah.
But it's not gonna like freak her out.
No sanity roll or
It's the
anything like that.
gunshot that's freaky.
Yeah.
You hear the saber clatter to the ground. So Ping, you especially hear this angry hissing sound. And let me have both of you give me a nimbleness roll.
Yes, ma'am.
I am so entertained right now.
Good. You loving this? This is why you have to make your stats so stupid and then giving Xander your body.
If that's what's happening, because like he's just hissing, like she's just doesn't seem like a human,
a whole person.
Actually, like thinking and conniving. Yeah.
It feels like a zombie,
nimbleness,
if
right?
anything.
35. Read
35?
it and weep.
I got a 16.
Okay, so Ping, you are frozen in fear.
I'm doing great.
Vinny, you have a chance to do something. You will not be able to shoot your way out of this particular problem, but you do notice this Joan-looking person rear back when their arm gets kind of swung back from the shot, and they're going to do something to Ping, but you're not sure what.
He's gonna run tackle.
Okay.
Maybe it's both of them. Probably it's both of them. If they're both on the ground, that's fine.
Go ahead and roll for. I'm gonna go might for a sort of like burst of speed to tackle.
Yes.
Because it's not so much running as it is just launching yourself.
Might. Okay.
With a +10.
With a +10?
Yeah.
Are you giving your +10?
Because I'm getting ruined. Because
Let's see.
know what you're going to do. And I don't like it.
Let's see how I do first. Okay.
So +10 to Vinny? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Depending on how this roll goes.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Because as it is currently, it's 32.
Okay.
With the +10, if I need it for whatever you're doing,
The
it'll be
+10.
42.
the plus 10 would make it a success.
Okay, I'll take the plus 10.
Yeah, I knew you would need a plus 10 because I know Joan's stats. And I pretty much know what Raven's trying to do here. I don't like it.
Do you, though?
I strongly suspect.
You tackle Ping, and are basically able to get Ping out of this person's grasp. And you're able to tell that they were going to try to bite Ping in the neck.
Ew.
But instead they start running off out the door. They've got a little bit of a
Oh
head
my
start
gosh.
because you just tackled Ping, so you're both on the ground. But you can try to give chase if you want.
Yes, I am. I'll nimbleness to get up because my nimbleness is the bomb.
Okay.
Okay. That is a 34.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, you get up and you're hot on their heels. You rolled a little bit higher than they did.
Nice.
So you're right behind them.
Just a little bit.
Bolt off into the woods. Do you follow into the woods?
Can I shoot them?
You can certainly try.
Okay.
So
Like running, shoot. Does that take nimbleness?
I was gonna say, if you're trying to shoot while you're both running full speed, I'm gonna give you a penalty.
Disadvantage? Yes.
But you can try to stop and aim and shoot.
I am not stopping.
Okay. So yeah, let's call that. Yeah, we'll do like a disadvantage. So roll twice and take
Roll
the
twice,
lower.
take the lowest. Okay, hold on. Let me grab 2 dice. Okay, that's actually not bad. 18, 16. So 16's the lower. With the gun, that is a 28.
So you shoot.
Hold on, did I
as-
add my new stats into that? Let me double check.
Okay.
It's 13, so 29.
Okay. So you do shoot, and as you fire, you can see their heads suddenly jerk to the side, and you can tell you nearly took their ear off with that shot. You just barely missed.
This freaking Matrix level shit right up in here.
You have a reroll though. You can make Raven reroll that.
You could.
Hold on. Am I privy to what Raven's role was?
You nearly took their ear off, so it was very close.
No, I mean like
I'm telling you like what the roll was without telling you the number.
Mhm.
okay.
You were very,
reroll
very,
then.
very close.
Reroll.
Okay.
I strongly suspect the number.
All right, that's everything off the board.
Again.
Yep, that will hit this time. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Yes!
Who are you rooting for? You keep rooting for them and then for us and then for them? What?
Yeah, I was rooting for Joan, and then I realized, no,
They're the bad guy.
It's
No.
not actually Joan.
yeah, I realized that.
What, when it tried to bite me?
No,
Yeah.
when I realized it was going to bite you,
13.
because
13, okay.
13 points of damage.
So yeah, you hit him in the ear. So their ear's bleeding. They've got a hole in their ear. Not the kind of ear piercing you want.
No.
So yeah, you've done some damage. They're trailing blood now.
Makes it easier to track.
It would. Are you going to keep shooting and running, or what are you doing? Bless you.
Yeah, no, Vinny's not gonna let him get away.
Okay, roll nimbleness.
Ping is
Yes,
still
ma'am.
laying on the ground in the house, by the way.
I am aware. Vinny's aware. I'm gonna sneeze again. Hold on. Okay, nimbleness. That is a 31.
Okay. Their fight or flight has kicked into overdrive. They got a nat 20.
Whoa!
So
a
they
50 something, 52 something.
40 something, yeah.
Oof.
So yeah, they pull ahead and get into a thicker part of the woods. You're not that far behind, but you do lose line of sight. Do you go straight ahead? Do you stop to reassess? Or do you do something differently?
Okay. There's a trail of blood now.
There
Heavy
is.
footsteps.
There are.
Vinny is actually going to go back.
Okay.
Where'd that cop go?
To get the other cops.
Oh,
back to
okay.
this. Back to the station. He's a
Yeah.
And I
coward.
think that's why Vinny pauses. It's like, you don't want to leave Ping there to deal with that.
There's blood everywhere, and Ping's just like, I don't know what happened.
And they arrested Olivia for doing nothing, so why would they arrest Pig for doing nothing?
No, it would escalate. They would just walk in and shoot Ping.
Pig
Yeah.
lying on the ground. She's coming right for us. Meanwhile, Pig's just like, I'm on the.
I'm blind, you dumbass.
Okay, so you stop and go back. Give me a quick sight roll as you pause.
Okay.
I want to see if you notice something or not.
Sight. I'm finally getting my Vinny rolls again. I'm very happy. That is a 32.
32. As you slow down, you do notice a tiny little glint coming off of something between the two trees that you would have run between had you barreled
Like
forward.
links?
As you take
Like
a
a
closer,
trap?
as you look closer, you can see a tripwire. And it's basically like a pitfall trap. So
For
if you
hunting bears or something?
more like hunting rats.
Oh, okay. All right.
You're able to tell that whoever this person is now, they set a trap for just such a.
Okay, so this person has been prepared and knew where to run.
Yeah, you do remember that they've been in the house for at least a day. So they've clearly been using supplies and things in the house to prepare, yeah, for whatever.
Well, he's gonna take his knife and cut that wire so nobody else gets hurt.
Okay. So you cut the wire. Nothing happens because you didn't pull it.
Right.
There's still like you can tell there's a pitfall trap beyond it, but the supports are still in place. So if you were to step on it now, it would still be fine. You wouldn't fall.
Okay. So, and then he heads back to Pink.
Okay. With that, we will pan back over to Alenia.
Mm-hmm.
You've been waiting a while And Xander and Minerva still have not come downstairs. Do you keep waiting? Or what? Do you do something else?
They needed more than 20 minutes.
Has it been more than 20 minutes?
It has been like an hour.
Yeah, Joan is Joan pops in and it's like, okay, it's been an hour. Go now, go now. And Eleni's like, okay, fair enough, and saunters slowly upstairs.
To go check
Okay.
on them?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Boy.
We can work with this here.
They've been banging one out.
That's the question.
For more than 20 minutes. Yes.
All right. So
For an hour?
You can gain stamina. I don't know what they do.
What? What? I didn't hear that.
I said you can gain stamina. I don't know what they do.
So you head up the stairs, and there are two hallways. One that goes to the left, one that goes to the right. And there's a lot of doors in this house.
I'm going to roll hearing. Yeah, I'm going to roll hearing. And this is probably going to go badly, but let's hope it doesn't. That's a 15 total for hearing.
So the hallway to the left, you hear a noise
Yes.
from all the way down at the end of the hallway. But that's all you hear. Do you go investigate?
Are they either of them socially adept enough to realize? Is more the question.
Okay, here's the thing. Olivia would not know what that means.
Yeah.
Joan would want to go investigate and knows what that means.
Ooh, John's
Okay.
agreed.
That's the problem I'm having here.
Okay. So you go down to the end of the hallway then?
Yes!
Do you do so
Wow.
quietly, or do you just kind of march right down there?
Yes! Sadly.
Okay. So
Quietly
you
and loudly.
so just marching right on down the hallway?
Mhm.
Okay.
Well, wasn't she sauntering?
Oh,
That
yeah,
could be-
so sauntering, I guess. You make it to the end of the hallway. You don't really make a whole lot of noise or anything like that. But now that you're in front of the door, you hear really loudly just. Do you knock on the door? Do you say anything?
Yes.
Like, okay, what are you gonna do?
Knock on the door.
So you knock on the door. Roll hearing.
Oh, not entertaining. It's 10.
10.
Entertaining.
You don't-
Just have a little roll on this one.
Yeah, you don't hear anything at all.
Thank
The-
you.
The,
Thank you, roll
springing-
20.
the springing noise has stopped, but you don't hear anything
Thank
else.
you. Thank you, roll 20.
Do you do anything else?
Knock louder.
Knock loud.
Okay, roll hearing again.
Oh, yes. Please roll 20. Make it now. Please. Please. Oh,
24.
that's the opposite.
So what you hear as you knock louder you hear a tiny little voice going, I told you we were gonna get in trouble. I told you we should come in here and jump onto bed. We're gonna get in trouble, and it's gonna be all your fault.
The fuck?
Oh, thank God.
And yeah, you're able to put two and two together that there's obviously two little kids that have snuck into this bedroom to jump on the bed.
Awesome. Awesome.
Do you see the look of relief on my face?
Yes, I do.
Yes, it's the same look as me.
I mean, you don't honestly think I would do that to Vera's character with Vera not here, right?
I don't know.
I at this point am dubious.
No, I would not.
Okay.
So yeah, you didn't roll high enough initially to hear anything, so that's what you heard. This is obviously the wrong room. Do you keep looking?
Lydia's like, well, you heard that. Yes, let's go to the other door. Okay.
There's like a good, probably like dozen and a half doors to check.
Oh my gosh, just gonna go like Scooby-Doo style. Knock on
Mhm.
wood.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then we will come back to that.
Because
Okay.
Lydia's not in a hurry at all.
Okay. So we'll come back to that. I'll tell you some of the doors that you saw, and then we'll see if you eventually find the right door. So Vinny and Ping, as we pan back over to you, you disarmed the trap, Vinny, and you've made your way back to the house. Ping, you've had time to recover if you would like to be okay now.
Okay, I'm still gonna be sitting on the floor. Because I did hear Vinny run out the door, and so, but he came back, right?
He's on his
Yeah.
way back, yes.
Okay, so do I hear him coming, or I
Yeah,
hear somebody
Yes.
coming?
You hear somebody coming, sort of heavier footprints. You're familiar enough now with Vinny that you can tell it's him.
Did you? And I probably heard the second gunshot. So did you get it?
If I get it.
What was it, and why did it hiss?
It was Joan.
There's a question mark in your voice.
Yes. Whatever Xander did to it, it certainly doesn't seem to be fully human, but is wise enough to be able to make a pitfall trap.
Huh. Well, that's concerning.
Seems to enjoy killing. So, yeah, it's left a clear trail. But I wanted to make sure you were all right. Should
Oh.
we wait for the police to help with the investigation?
Do you want to be around here when the police come back?
I don't know. At this point, I'm debating if letting them in will be better for us in the long run.
I mean, your call. If you think they left a good enough trail that we can still follow it later, then maybe we should wait for the police to let them know about something attacking us.
Maybe this will help with whatever the fuck Alenia did.
Maybe.
So is there a capital?
Okay.
He is currently battling with his inner self because he really wants to hunt this thing down and kill it. But at the same time, he is also aware that he's currently, that there's kind of that with the law that he has to keep an eye out for now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ping is gonna she's holding my hand up like I need help up.
All right. Vinny helps her up.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, are you waiting for the police to come, or was a little unclear on that?
I guess so.
Okay. Do you just quietly sit and wait? Do you look around the rest of the house? How do you go about waiting?
As long as we're waiting, yeah, I guess at least try to see if we can find the bodies.
Okay. Go ahead and give me, say, 2 search rolls.
Sure. The first search roll, in sight, correct?
Yeah. Did I say search? I meant sight.
Well, don't worry, I do the same thing with seek in Grim. So,
Yeah.
that's 30-30.
Okay.
The second one is 29? No. 27.
27. Okay. You search
So
the rest
30
of the
and
house.
27.
In the master bedroom, you can tell that this person or creature, whatever it is, has obviously been living out of that bedroom. So the bed's not made up. It's messy, and it doesn't look like anything was taken care of particularly well. So like stuff's knocked off the counter. There's a shattered picture frame of Mary and Henry, I think was his name. So you see that. The rest of the house seems pretty normal except for the kitchen. As you go into the kitchen, it looks like some sort of mad scientist lab.
Oh no!
There's pots and rubber tubing and things like that.
Shit.
All of it's cold, so it's obviously not been used recently. Like, you didn't walk in on the middle of a science experiment. But you do notice that a lot of the flasks and pots and things like that have what looks kind of like blood in them. And some of them have like traces of other chemicals that you probably don't know what they are. You could try to guess with education, or you could pull your doctor in to try to figure it out.
Okay. Sure. Doctor.
It also smells really bad in there.
Yeah. So Vinny, I guess says,
You're
I
muted.
think this.
Oh, is Ping being dragged along this time, or am I just
Sure.
standing around? Okay.
So Vinny's like, I think this is where Sanders set up shop.
It smells like bad science in here.
Does good science smell better?
I mean, subjective, but definitely better than this.
So what is it?
Uh,
I guess he takes her over to the chemicals or whatever.
Okay.
As a player, I don't know what it is.
I was gonna say, does Vinny describe what it even looks like, or
Yeah.
you just?
I'm just gonna
I
start
guess.
sniffing stuff.
Yeah.
Roll
sorting it
smell.
out.
Yeah. Roll smell twice and roll might once.
God.
Oh, might to make sure you don't like freaking.
Two.
Seriously, Lisa?
I'm sorry.
You don't have physical dice, do you?
And then you said, okay, so that's, and then might?
Yeah.
18.
Okay, so you smell two things, and you're like, this just smells like bad meat. Like spoiled meat is all you can smell.
Like rotting meat. Ugh.
Yeah, that's what it smells like to you. That's all you can really smell. The third thing you go to smell though, you lean down and sniff at it, and you pass out and fall on the ground.
Whoops.
Oh,
Night night.
Vinny, you see Ping sniffing this and being like, "It smells like rotten meat. What is this?" And then sniff the third little thing and pass out on the floor. What do you do?
Well, I guess make sure she doesn't hit her head on the way down.
There's no time. She just collapses on the
Just
floor.
Down. Bam.
Yeah. She doesn't
Great,
hit her head
let's
on anything though.
Take her out of the house. And
Okay. So
wait outside.
take her outside. Wait. I don't know. Maybe like 10 minutes. I'm probably guessing this exact time wrong because I don't know a whole lot about it, but
Was it chloroform or something?
yeah.
Oh, God.
So Ping, you wake up and you're like, yep, that was chloroform.
Hey, guess what? There's chloroform in there.
So wakes up and that's the first thing you say, and
Yes.
then he's like, What?
Does this rag smell like chloroform to you?
Yep.
So Vinny actually still has the card, the ID card that says that he's a deputy.
From the future.
From the future, yes. But he can say it's from Canada.
Yeah, remember from Canada.
Okay. All right. So you're outside as the sheriff's car pulls up, and the sheriff and that other person that you talked to before,
With the cute wet dog.
mm-hmm, both hop out of the car with their guns drawn, and they look
Very long feet.
on edge. And with that, we'll see how Alinia's doing.
Don't do that to me, Raven.
So, Alynia, you've checked several doors. You've walked in on a maid and a butler having an affair.
Oh no.
Hot.
You've
Um,
walked
Oh,
in.
no.
You've walked in on somebody simply doing laundry, and they're like, hi.
Can I do?
Hi. Just passing through.
Okay.
And Elenia's going to go, Minerva! Minerva! Where's the other guy? Xander?
Roll here.
Xander?
Oh yes, the other one too.
Minerva?
Excuse me. Roll
Where's
hearing.
the mail? No.
Where's the blacksmith?
Just nonchalantly, just.
Roll hearing, Gwen. That thing happens when you do that.
How am I gonna. How many times am I gonna roll hearing? You know what? You know what? Roll 20. Yes! Yes! Absolutely.
You call out and you hear absolute silence.
Awesome.
Maybe a bug flew in your ear as well or
I was
something, but
gonna
you don't
say,
hear.
did a bug fly in her ear?
You don't hear
It's
anything.
the rare ear bug from the future.
Yes.
People suddenly not be able to hear important
Um,
things.
Actually, we'll
Time
do
travel
this.
tinnitus.
We'll do this. You put your ear up against one of the doors, and it's right as somebody gets ready to open it. So it smacks you in the ear, and your ear's ringing. So you don't hear anything for a minute. They're like, sorry, wait. Were you listening at the door?
No.
Roll charm.
No follow through, just no.
No.
So I'm going to roll Jones' charm.
That's fine. Whichever's
Oh
higher.
God.
22.
Okay, they believe you. As they walk around you and go about their business, it's obviously one of the servants. You glance past them and see that was a water closet.
Oh.
You've searched the left wing, the left hallway, pretty well, and Minerva and Xander are obviously not there.
It's at this point that Joan takes over because Olivia's really bored and she's like, you search all you want. I'm going to go to sleep.
Okay.
And Joan's like, finally. And let's get this done.
So as Joan is taking over,
Mm-hmm.
Xander steps out of one of the bedrooms and walks over to you and is like, is there a particular reason you were yelling all through the house for us?
Yes, it's been quite over an hour. You haven't been busy for that entire hour, have you?
Yes, we have been busy discussing things. Minerva and I had a lot to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Joan, since it is Joan, you can roll sight to see if you notice something.
I mean, Joan's side. Yes, absolutely. So that was a 28.
Joan might notice this sort of thing. His pupils are not dilated. His skin is not flushed. He's not showing any signs of having been, quote unquote, busy.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
I mean, seems to be, from all physical appearance, it looks like they were just talking.
Hmm.
And they really did have a lot to talk about, to be fair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Joan's not very insightful, so.
Well, I mean, probably reads physical body pretty well.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, from a scientific observation standpoint, you can tell, like, oh, maybe they were just talking.
Exactly. And Joan's like, oh, well, fair enough. Can you get these off of me now?
Do you still have
Oh.
them on, or did you hit them with a rock?
The connector is gone, but the cuffs are still there.
Yeah, Alenia cut the chain with a hacksaw.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah, we can take care of that. Hold on. He goes into the bedroom. Tells you to wait there for a second. He goes into the bedroom, and about a minute later, comes back out with some keys and
BRB bio.
unlocks them and takes the cuffs off of you.
Thank you. Now, can I have a word with Minerva? Or are you?
Minerva's kind of needs some space and time to process things from today. I don't think Minerva wants to talk to you right this minute. But I mean, the police have already been here. We already told them, you weren't here, which was true at the time. I doubt they're gonna come back, so I wouldn't worry. Just there's a guest bedroom over there, and he points at a door. If you need to take a nap or rest, the you're welcome to anything in the kitchen. We're just gonna wait for your other two friends to get back and go from there.
Yes, my other two friends. And Joan will go to their room and start an intense workout.
Okay. Give me an education roll for Joan, because I believe this is something Joan would actually know.
Okay. Oh, I have to take the.
Yep.
And back.
Oh no.
Well,
Oh no,
Hey.
no.
hi, Beck. I'm Raven.
Oh no.
Are we
So
doing dad jokes now?
Yes.
I always do those types of jokes.
To be fair, both of us do. So
Yeah.
my husband is the one that doesn't end up doing those kinds of jokes, and we're the ones doing dad jokes back and forth. It's kind
Which
of
is really funny.
Mm-hmm.
So what you missed, Joan is now in a guest bedroom, and I just said, well, this is something Joan would probably know. Roll education. Go ahead and roll to 23, and it's like, I'm going to re-roll that, and then get a nat 1.
Oh.
Because
good for
of
you.
learned. So let's see how bad that
What?
nat 1 is. Okay. So you think back to I think you had Xander's journal for a bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think no, she doesn't have it still.
But she did have it for a little bit.
Absolutely.
So you think back, and you're pretty sure you remember the journal mentioning that there was a secret growing chamber for Clarkium underneath the farmhouse.
Under the farmhouse?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. I misremembered
The
that.
details are a little
Is it-
fuzzy in your head, but you're pretty sure it was the farmhouse.
From the nat 1.
Mm-hmm. So that just pops in your head as you're working out, and you're like, oh yeah, there's supposed to be like a bunch of Clarkium, which, you know, would give you magic.
But Alinea does not have that kind of magic.
No.
So there's literally no point.
But if you had the Clarkium, then you could possibly convince, Minerva, or maybe get Venny to do it if you kept trying at it.
Yeah, we already have some Clarkium though, as well.
Not that they're letting Alinea have it, though.
Nope.
you remember reading-
Joan is playing the long game here and gonna say nah.
Okay. Whole room full of magical power. Joan's just gonna be like, nah. Okay. All right, then we'll pan back over to Vinny and Ping. So the police are getting out of the car. They've got their weapons drawn.
I think while they were waiting, Vinny says, look, I have a card that says I'm a deputy. You need to convince them we're from Canada. Because he's really bad at talking.
Okay.
With no rerolls or plus 10s on the board, let's do this.
Uh-huh.
So go ahead and describe to me how Vinny says this, and how he pulls out the ID card or shows it to them.
Well, I think he wants to say it
Well-
for.
Not quite. I mean, to help convince and help sell it at least.
Gotcha.
But, I mean, they're walking out with their guns out. I guess he's going to wait for them to say something first. I mean, they're just sitting there like,
Are the cops
I mean,
here,
the
Vinny?
witnesses.
They,
Yes.
they hop out. They have their weapons drawn. They're like, all right, this is an official crime scene. We're gonna need you to step away from the house. Keep your hands where we can see them.
That's when Vinny says, "Hold on, I too am an officer."
I thought you were a bodyguard.
That's what I'm doing here.
He freelances sometimes.
Yes.
Okay. So I need a speech from Vinny and a charm from Ping.
Oh boy.
21.
Okay. You're very convincing about the freelancing part.
Speech is actually a 21 as well.
Okay. Let's see what they think about this. Okay, you're good. Like, all right, well, I'll need to see some ID. Now, move slowly, but you can get your identification for us.
So Vinny grabs from his pouch the card,
Okay. And,
which has his name, ID number, and the deputy, because he used it to literally get everywhere.
Yep. Okay. Let's see how they react to seeing this. The sheriff does come up and, takes it from your hand, assuming you let him.
Yeah.
Takes a look at it. Goes, huh. Alpharetta. Didn't you say you were from Canada?
There's an Alpharetta in Canada.
Yes, it's very clear.
Speech and charm.
It's a province.
22.
22? Okay.
Do you want me to roll it too?
Oh yeah, charm.
25.
He's like, alright. I could maybe
came here
believe
because
that.
we were interested in the fact that it was named similarly.
I'm not too familiar with Canada, but yeah, there's an Alpharetta not too far from here. Now, one other thing that I'm noticing here, the date says 3636.
We
That's
format our
the
dates differently
Yes.
in
Roll
Canada.
Roll charm. Oh my god.
21.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
All right. Well, that is a really weird ID. Now, obviously you don't have jurisdiction here in United States of America, being from a different country, but he hands the ID back. I suppose we could use the help, whatever help we could get. Have you already, inspected the scene?
Yes. I was concerned for my client's safety.
All right.
I have reason to believe that she and the boy Xander, that the her has a fascination with them.
You talking about one of them serial killers?
Yes.
Definitely.
Oh,
Absolutely.
that's not good at all.
Ooh.
So you
And I
think
must
this...
warn you, officer, there's some very dangerous chemicals in the house.
Yes.
Oh hell. Oh, this is gonna be a lot of paperwork.
Yes.
Yes.
He looks at the other guy, the one that was all scared and didn't want to Yeah, they're like, caw. And he looks at him and goes, all right. Simmons, get in there and check that out.
Very long is
And the guy looks at the sheriff and is like, me, sir?
Do you need a bodyguard?
Or is there anybody in there?
No.
We don't think so.
I watched them run off.
All
I know where the trail is.
I just realized I forgot to change the scene. There we go.
So,
All right. So Simmons walks in there with his dog, who's now sniffing at all the blood on the ground, and tracking mud through the house.
What a good puppy.
Yeah. So he goes in there and he's inside for a little while. Do you say anything else to the sheriff?
I guess then he can try to explain the situation as matter-of-factly as possible. That they ran into the killer when checking on the bakers. And what exactly happened, that he managed to shoot the perp twice. But the perp was out of self-defense because he tried to kill Ping. She tried to kill Ping.
Okay. So he's already convinced enough by all the speech and charm rolls from before and the ID, so you don't have to roll anything for any of that to convince him. He
Good.
believes you. Can tell that you're telling the truth on all that stuff. He goes, okay, now you said it's a young lady?
Yes.
Making sure I got this right. Was she in a sundress?
No. What, are you talking about Alinea?
No,
She's
wasn't
bit
Joan
heartless.
wearing?
No,
Wait.
Joan wasn't. Joan was wearing like a news cap and
Yeah, that's right.
So wait, you know this this person that was in the sundress, Alinea?
unfortunately.
Do you know why she would run from us after we arrested her?
Because
Because
of who
she's
she is
fucking
inherently
stupid.
as a person.
What was that, Ping?
Because of who she is inherently as a person.
All right. Well, yeah, I've got a whole bunch of people out looking to find her. We thought she might have some connection to the murder of the deputy, but sounds
Doubtful.
like she was just in the wrong place at the wrong time and dumb enough to run from the police.
She does that.
Yes. She
All
is
right.
very fucking dumb.
I will tell everybody to start
Sorry,
looking
Gwen.
for I'll tell everybody to start looking for this other person. Then he walks back to the car and grabs a radio and tells everybody to start looking for
In
the
fact,
mystery
Vinny
person.
actually hands him the deputy's journal. Since Vinny found that, I found this by the side of the road.
Oh, okay. He grabs it and flips through it a little bit. It's like, all right, this is valuable evidence. Thank you. We'll take it from here. But I appreciate your help and everything.
She's very dangerous.
And maybe not fully capable of speech.
Too many chemicals.
Yeah, the chemicals.
She has also set traps in the woods.
All right. Well, we'll be careful then. Well, if you think of anything else, feel free to come by the station and let us know. But like I said, we'll take it from here.
Vinny does say,
Be careful.
if it's maybe wiser to kill her than try to arrest her, she'll get out.
I'm
Been
not
tracking
in
her
the,
since Canada.
I'm not in the habit of killing suspects unless I absolutely have to. So
I have license.
She might try to bite you.
In the jugular.
huh. All right. I'll keep that in mind. And
Do not let her bite you.
is there some sort of disease that I need to be worried about?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. What is it? Like.
Rabies.
Yeah. Quite.
Roll speech or charm, either one.
Both of us?
Just Vinny on this one,
Okay.
because Vinny was the one that blurted it out.
Charms 2, speech. Okay, that is a 19.
Okay. It's like, okay. If we need anything else, we'll come talk to you. He runs back inside to the house to go find Simmons. Do you stick around or go look in the woods, or where do you head next?
The cat just knocked over the lamp. Sorry.
It's the night for cats to be rambunctious.
Jeez.
Oh my god. That
Although mine
scared
are
the shit out of me.
sleeping and taking a bath right now.
Oh wow. I don't know if you could have heard that through the microphone.
I heard it. I heard like a crash.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard it.
Okay.
Okay.
That's what that was. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
What was I doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you heading back into the woods? Are you going back to the Clark estate or staying around the house?
Cat shaming.
I think that Vinny is actually going to ask what King feels like. Vinny says we could try to track, or we could go back to the Clark estate.
Well, if we track it, how confident are you that you can take her out?
About on a scale of 1 to 10,
Sure.
7.
Okay. How confident you can take her out without me getting taken out as well? I'm a
4.
little useless. Oh, don't love those numbers. But since we have seen Joan, quote unquote, air quotes, Joan, maybe we should go back to Minerva and Xander and tell them what we found.
I do not want to lose the trail, but that's fair.
I mean, I'm just kind of thinking my own self-preservation. I don't really like that for.
And I'd rather not leave you here.
Thanks.
Fine.
If you
back.
wounded her badly enough, we could
I
probably
shot
pick
her
them-
in the ear.
Oh, that's gonna bleed like crazy.
Yes.
Yeah,
But
I
not
think
much on the ground.
maybe we can borrow that dog.
I like dogs.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
But also, it's a bloodhound and it's blood.
Ping doesn't know what kind of dog it is.
That's fair. Okay. Do you go talk to the sheriff again, or Simmons, I guess, in this case, or what do you do?
Well, I guess the last thing Vinny will do is kind of point the direction they went. which I guess he mentioned earlier. It's like they went that way.
Okay. Pointing that out to the sheriff?
The sheriff and
Okay.
the dog. Well, the dog's not. You know.
The dog
Listen,
just...
Toby, they went that way.
Toby just looks up at you and goes, huh? Tilts his head.
So, yeah, mostly just the sheriff's like, they went that way. Be careful.
Okay. And then it sounds like you're heading back to the estate?
Yes.
Okay. We'll pan back over to the estate. Gwen, is there anything that you wanted to do before we end the session?
So, let's think.
Excuse me.
So, Joan, after like, let's say 30 minutes, decides to go to where Minerva was.
The room
And
again?
listen. What?
Oh, creepo.
Okay.
And
And
listen.
Eavesdrop.
Yeah.
okay. Roll hearing.
Where's hearing? Hearing. I took points out of this like crazy. It's not great. But I know. That's an 11 plus 5 is 16.
Okay. You hear that's about what you hear.
Super helpful.
Oh. Joan sighs, wishes that she could hear more, and just sulks back down to back.
All right.
She sulks to the kitchen and gets some coffee
Is there coffee in the kitchen?
or tea.
Yeah, there's just about anything you could want in the kitchen, so
Yeah,
you're able to find
tea.
some. The whole cabinet full of different kinds of tea that you could.
Oolong,
Yeah,
absolutely.
probably have that too. Yeah. Okay, so you're doing that. Later, Vinny and Ping are able to catch up with you there at the estate, and then we're gonna fast forward to the evening where we're gonna pan away from everybody there at the estate and go into the woods. Sort of a deeper part of the woods where it's very dark and the underbrush is all grown up and very thick. And there's a little shed that can be seen with looks like probably like a single lantern lighting it up, because there's a tiny little window in the shed and you can see that little flicker of light from it. And as our camera, so to speak, kind of moves through that window, looks inside, we can see the unconscious forms of Mary and Henry tied to chairs. And we get a somewhat better view of who this person is. They look a lot like Joan, but their skin's a lot more pale. They look pretty haggard. And there's one tiny little streak of white in their hair.
Boo.
And they have long teeth, don't they?
They can't. The camera can't really see their teeth. It's more like a profile shot. But we see them mixing different things, and looks like old mason jars, kind of
Oh,
pouring one liquid into one jar and then pouring it back into the other one, mixing it up. And they have a bandage over their ear and over their wrist. Though their hand seems to be working, which is
What?
a little odd. Yeah, so they get it decently mixed, and we can see that it's sort of this blue liquid and what looks like blood that are mixing together as it's swirling, and it drinks the whole thing.
yes.
Slams the jar down on the counter so hard that it shatters. And you just hear this ah, and that's where we'll end.
Great.
So Joan's a vampire.
Okay.
Or something.
Well,
Totally a vampire.
but she ran outdoors, like into the sun, just fine.
Not. Who says it's a traditional vampire?
Yeah, true. there's
Exactly.
different-
This could be Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Yeah, some of them it's only like you get a sunburn or it's uncomfortable or something.
No, Bram Stoker's Dracula, he just loses his power in the sunlight.
Yeah.
Nothing
Interesting.
bad.
There's a book I
So-
read where they get like, depending on the kind of vampire, there's like subspecies. Like some of them get a migraine
So it needs to evolve.
and like
Yeah.
have kind of like hives, and that's it. And then other
Where the
ones-
sunlight sensitivity came from is anybody's guess, but the original vampire story, Bram Stoker's Dracula. He was badass. He could turn into animals. Did not melt in the sun. Was not sensitive to the sun at all. He just
Interesting.
lost his powers in the sun. But he
So-
could not cross moving water.
So
Yeah, that's pretty
many
normal.
so many theories, which is very interesting. If you would like to discuss these theories with our players and everybody, you can definitely do so on our Discord. That's blackfeather.club. If you want to check that out, definitely feel free to come by and chat there. But yeah, that's where we will wrap it up tonight. Next episode, we'll find out a little bit more about what's going on with whatever this new entity is, because it doesn't seem to really be Joan or Xander exactly. But yeah, thank you all so much for playing. Thank you everybody for watching. Thank you, Rowan, for the subs and everything. We'll do our quick outros here. We'll start with Lisa. Tell us a little bit about what your favorite part of the session was, and a little bit about your band.
It's a grass drag.
My favorite part of the session was probably the fact that Joan was like Spider-Man up the wall,
Yeah.
and we were just kind of like,
Grass drag.
"Oh, that's fine."
This
is
is
horrible.
fine.
This is fine. And then yeah, so I don't have too much like public internet stuff, but I am in the band. I'm bassist for the band Cadus, which is a emo post-hardcore type band. So if you want a band to take you back to the 2010s and make you feel things, then check us out.
Okay,
Good
awesome.
time.
And then we'll pass it on to Gwen. What was your favorite part of the session, and then where can we
My
find you?
favorite part was that's a 34 to hit. That misses. I was like, yes!
Yeah.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good. All right, and where can we find you online?
So you can usually find me here. I'm very excited for the Best of Strike Back because that's gotta be one of the best games ever.
It's been a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to Monday and seeing what
Oh.
happens next.
Oh gosh. Yeah, you can also find me on Twitch and Twitter.
Perfect.
Oh my
and then
gosh, that was so much fun.
last but certainly not least, Rowan. what was your favorite part, and where can we find you?
So that's kind of like.
I don't know. I think how hard I cringed as you explaining this bed creaking and just to be little kids. I think that was the part that
I was
got
so
me.
relieved.
I think all of us were to some extent, to be fair.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that was my favorite part. Although I can't believe that convincing the officers completely worked. So
Those rolls.
I know, right? I have like a 4 in speech.
Yeah, that was.
So I got quite lucky there. But yeah, that was nice.
Yeah. All right, and where can we find you online?
You can find me and all my social media stuff at rowannorthillustrations.org. There you can also find like news of the shows I'm doing. The next one will be December 6th through 8th. Oh, sorry.
No, you were talking.
And then they'll next find me at Tales Off the Table, if everything goes according to plan.
Yes.
That will be on Tuesday.
Perfect. So my favorite part, definitely the bed thing. That was pretty funny. With everybody like, I don't want to know what this is, and me knowing the whole time that it was 2 kids jumping on the bed. That was pretty fun. And then yeah, as far as where you can find me next, yeah, it'll be here Monday at 6:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. We'll be doing the Peasant Strike Back, and then I'll also be on Tales Off the Table on Tuesday with Rowan for Scum and Villainy, which will be pretty fun. I believe that is noon Mountain Time, if I remember correctly. So that's also a really good channel to check out if you're not already following over there. But with that, we're going to go on a raid. We do need a raid cry, though. Any suggestions?
That's a 34 to hit. That just misses. Can that be the right cry?
That works for me. That's a 34
But that
to hit.
still misses.
That just misses.
That just misses. Okay. Just getting it into chat here. Go ahead and copy and paste this as we raid, if you would. And yeah, we will see you on Monday. Bye. Just kidding. In 10 seconds, we will be raiding. So now for real, bye.
Extended goodbye. We're walking the same direction.